Hello, how are you guys all doing? Okay, what year is it? Okay, let me tell you first of all, the new TTC switches are actually kind of fire. Before you guys laugh, wait till we stream with them. I think you guys will like them. Oh shit, I need to moisturize my hands. My wife told me tonight that I'm officially a better cook than she is, and she doesn't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. As long as someone in the relationship can cook, everyone's a winner. That is it. Everyone wins from this, I think, in my humble opinion. Everybody. Did you fix the LEDs? Yeah. No, I didn't take out the thing. Honestly, I was so busy. The last 3 hours or 4 hours was me running around doing errands, and then had to loop a batch of switches for tonight. So it was just a lot of stuff. But it's gonna be a fun one though. Katina, finally. We get to finally do the Katina TKL. Finally. 7 streams planned in a week is crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of streams. It's okay. Today I have energy. We're all good. Today is good. I too have been so busy, but I was watching you anyways. Thanks, Bug. Thank you. Another stream? Mr. Wubs, what's up, dude? Yeah, actually, I probably have to get stabs for tonight, but I guess we'll figure that out as we open the board. Didn't I already watch you today? You might have. You might have. Yeah, Katina TKL. Interesting board. Interesting board. Although I'm confused about the Deluxe edition, but we'll go into that. I'm assuming it's just, what, a weight on it? With like a limited edition whatever on it. But yeah, I've been using this for the last few hours. Been typing up some emails. This is nice, gotta admit. I think this is a fun one. Suits the desk too. Really makes the setup look good. The Logos is releasing tomorrow. Saw you're building one in April. Yes, I have a lot of stuff we're building in April. April, I thought was going to be a slow month, but it is going to be a big month. It is going to be large. Sup, everybody. It's so nice only if it had step caps lock. I get you. I get you. How are you guys though? Invincible Season 4 comes out tomorrow, right? I still haven't seen Season 1. Click clack, how are you? How are you? That's not the fried shirt? I told you guys Wednesday. Tonight, guys, I'm gonna be honest, today is so crazy. I think I told you guys yesterday I'd probably do it Wednesday. Plus I'm cold tonight, I'm not gonna lie. It's cold in here. Sorry, Fried. Do you mind if we do it Wednesday? Being tomorrow? I'm a little bit cold today. That's why I have a hoodie on. Alex, you have to watch Invincible. It's invisible? You know what's not invisible though? My love for Box Navy. Box, I hope you're having the greatest of days. And if I could ship you a box, it would be full of hugs and kisses. Wednesday is fine. Thank you, Fry. I need to text you back too. I need to get some stuff organized with you. Ooh, I got a text message. Oh, it's an advertisement text message. I fucking hate that companies do that now. I hate the SMS advertising. I feel like I don't sign up for those. They just magically happen. Thank you, iPod. Appreciate the Prime. Do it now. Stream can wait. Let's see. I got you, Fried. Let's see what Mr. Fried said. Oh, finally able to respond. Okay. I'll book it for then. Highlight of my week. Thank you. You're the highlight of my week. Don't get me started. Well, I mean, do we want to just jump right into the board? May I know what the tube light is behind you? Looking to get one? I got these ones here from Godox. They've been pretty good. This one here was on the fritz briefly, but I think I managed to fix it. I don't really know what I did, but it's working now. Kind of just had to let it die completely. But these have been good. I use them sometimes for like different photo shoots as well. It just really depends on what I'm doing. I like them though. They're pretty good. They were cheap too. I got them on sale, plus I had a gift card, so like I can't complain about the pricing one bit. Well, Katina time. Let's jump right into it. So this is going to be a sponsored stream. They did send this over. We will, if we get to keep it, I think we get to keep it. We will end up giving it away eventually. Thank you again for Click Clack for sending this over. Keep in mind, that will not change any of my opinions. It never has and never will be. So, let's jump into the board. This is the Katina TKL. We have been waiting for this. Yeah, honestly, we've been waiting for this one here for a while. I honestly feel like it's been a little while. I think there was some small delays with this that ended up being big delays, and then the group buy got moved. But this one here, I think was designed last year, sometime in like August or July or something, and now it's been moved to, I guess, the group buy for here. Which, you know what, I don't mind the wait for this. I think it's a pretty looking keyboard. Can I say I was totally confused? I was rewatching your stream earlier and it auto switched to this, and I didn't understand what was happening. Oh, does it do that? That's weird. Are these Braille keycaps? No. I mean, maybe it can look like that. All right, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. 2 streams in a row. Yes. Just got my first camera today. And double Alex, what was your camera? What was it? You can try blocking notifications from numbers that aren't in your contacts. That poses another problem, though. That poses another problem. I also am terrible at saving people's numbers. I just never do. I'm not a big cell phone user. So I just kind of know people's numbers off by heart, and I don't have any names. I just know everybody's number. I know who I'm talking to, I promise. I'm kind of a lazy cell phone person. The only thing I really use my cell phone for is watching funny videos. That's it. And sometimes work. That's it. That's all I use it for. Oh my god. I don't know what version this is, but this is so heavy. So, the Katina comes in 2 variants, which I'll just share my screen. Oh god, this is heavy. I'm laughing because this is heavier than I thought it was going to be. Let's see. Okay. Should I share my screen? Yes. Okay. So, it comes in 2 variants. It comes in the standard variant, and then it comes in this deluxe variant, which comes with some, like, I guess this is like a houndstooth pattern, or however it's pronounced, and a floral pattern on the back weight. Looks like it's much heavier with copper. This is also $535 or $560. Gets more expensive with hot swap, so this can get pretty pricey for this unit. But the standard version does start at $350 and goes up to $365 for hot swap. I don't know what version we got today. Lots of different options, though. We have a machined weight. I wish just like put everything together, but you guys can go through this if you guys would like. Lots of different options. Exciting, too. And we'll take a look at the board. I'm not going to show any aesthetics of the board until we open it, just because I feel like we should wait. But there's some pretty cool photos, some pretty cool renders they have of the board. $350 I also think is pretty reasonable for this particular board. You guys will see kind of how it's designed. Been looking forward to this one here for a little while. You know what? I also agree. It does feel like a breath of fresh air in terms of like affordability for the, I would say, the more recent projects we've been looking at. For sure. Is this already built? I'm so confused. We back? Oh, it looks like I'm not building it. It looks like it's already... Didn't even know it was built. Do I have to desolder these? I hope there's a new PCB in here. I think I have to desolder these. I don't even have any desoldering material right now. Short stream? I guess maybe. Well, I didn't know this was already soldered together. I like waiting for the unveil of the board with you guys, but... Alright, here's what we're going to do. I don't have anything to desolder the board right now because I'm waiting for filters to come in. I just ran out yesterday. So, even if I wanted to desolder these, I can't. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a part 1 and a part 2 of this stream, since I can't really do a whole hell of a lot. How do you often change filters? I change filters for my FR301 every time I do someone's board. Legitimately, it is the only way that gun works nicely. Let's see. Is there another PCB hiding inside here? Maybe I'm not seeing. Or you know what? Maybe I can go see if I can do it with the last filter that I have already plugged in. You guys want to spend some time with me? Maybe we can try to desolder this really quick. Just pull up an episode of Dragon Ball Z and watch that, please. Holy shit, there's a lot of different foam here. Ooh, what are these cute little bags? I think this was obviously shipped from someone else. Nothing in here. Oh, one of the accents is in here. Use a manual one? I don't have a manual one. Oh, this is the floral one. Okay, let's take a look at the board first of all. Interesting. All right. Was not aware of this. I was not aware either, Click Clack. It is A-okay, though. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so typically I kind of just like peek inside the box to make sure everything's okay, but I didn't see this was soldered. Oh, shit. Click Clack, was this shipped from someone else? There's a lot of damage to this board right now. I'm going to just go ahead and say this is not Click Clack's fault, because I think this might have been shipped from someone else. But there's like a chip on the weight over here, and then there's just a bunch of anno missing everywhere. And then also, is it broken? I feel like something on this is shaking around. It's a pretty looking board, though. I mean, we can take... Oh, shit. Yeah, something... I think the screws are loose. I have no clue what's going on here. Flyback, what's up, dude? We'll follow up with the studio. Yeah, obviously, guys, just as like a little thing here, this is a prototype. It is very like Manta reminiscent for sure, but also kind of different in its own way. Like it has its own kind of shape. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is probably just someone else's prototype that they sent me over, and whoever had it before me didn't take care of it very well. So
guess we're rebuilding the stratum again.
No, if we're gonna, I might just build something else today. I might postpone the Katina one last time. Or actually, no, we'll just desolder it. We'll still build it. It's just gonna be a little bit funky on the bottom of the case. We'll just desolder it quick. It shouldn't take that long. But the side profile is nice. It does have like, I mean, I saw it in the renders. It does have like a tiny little, maybe not. Maybe that's not very visible. Is it? Oh yeah, it does kind of have like a fin that it sits on top of, sort of like the Manta. You can't really see it because the shadows. And then it also has, what's interesting here, and I think this is to help save money. See how it has like a seam right over here? It has a cut down the center of this to help, I guess, not be one giant piece that needs to be machined, because that would be really expensive if it was one large piece. You know? Ooh. Did you take these pics? What pics? Oh gosh. And then we have, again, the seam travels through over here. Oh, the Omni-type ones. Yes, I took those photos. And the USB is going to be hidden. We have exposed screws. This is the special edition one. Again, ignore all the damage to the anno here. I have no clue what's going on. A big copper weight. Kind of has a bit of... I don't know what to call this, like a pinched weight in the center. It definitely has some cool visual flair. Manta TKL. It does have very, very strong Manta vibes for sure. I do like this though. This is pretty. I don't know if it's very visible with this particular colorway. Oh, here. I like this. This little curve that comes down. Very pretty. How do you damage the anno? I'm guessing whoever was screwing in the screw missed a few times. The screwdriver might have slipped a few times. And then I think what happened here, which is also funny, I think whoever was screwing this in, hi Marcia, how are you? So, see how the screwdriver sits like this? This is on a lot of boards, not just this one here. I'm guessing whoever built this leaned the screwdriver all the way this way and was like twisting like crazy, and then just ended up scratching basically all of the fin areas over here. So it looks like someone literally just did this with the screwdriver. They were building it like this and then rubbed it against the weight. And then it actually chipped the copper weight over here. Not a big deal. I think actually this was shipped directly from the studio, so. Oh, my Lanta, my pet peeve. Yeah, I've seen prototypes come in worse, by the way. So, alright, I guess let's desolder the PCBs. I wish I knew. I mean, you know what? Free cherry reds. Free cherry reds, I guess. Are these not even modded? I don't think so. Damn, unmodded cherry reds. God damn. Oh, man, rookie mistake. All right, let's desolder things. I'm just gonna double check if my gun's good to use here, guys. One sec. If you guys haven't, definitely follow Marcia. She's amazing, an amazing content creator. Okay, actually, quick thing though. The switches I'm really excited to use are these. They're TTC switches. Maybe it's an April Fool's prank. Honestly, AREF maybe. Dude, these are so interesting. I was even more so than the Katina, which I've already been looking forward to building. These switches are supposed to be like a cherry TTC variant. Like they kind of have like a cherry scratch to them. Okay, listen to this. I did mod these. I'm very excited to try these. They didn't seem that expensive. I think they were like 33 cents or something per switch. They're called TTC XPT switches. Very, very interesting switch. The spring was also very good. I don't think I have a link right now, but here, let me find you guys something. One sec. Do I have a link? I do actually. Hold on, my mistake. Right here. Oh, I can't copy paste. There's the link. But yeah, pretty interesting switch, I gotta say. They're, I wouldn't say a clone of a cherry switch, because they definitely... You know what this kind of reminds me more of? Even just from trying these right now? These remind me more of like a vintage cherry switch. But we'll put them to the test when we actually... These are the Pantheon keys collabs, yes. I'm gonna put them to the test when we put everything in the board here. Oh, do I have one filter? Oh, I have one filter. We're good, guys. We have one singular filter left over. I forgot that was even in there. Dude, my Hako gun's like seen use this week. When I tell you guys, this filter package was brand new this week. I had a client send over like 8 keyboards to desolder, so it has been getting some use. There was 10 of these at the start of the week. How often do you replace your filters? Quite frankly, I replace them every single time I use the gun. I have not had good luck trying to reuse these filters very often. I tried the whole filter splitting stuff, but like I said, not good luck. Never, ever have good luck with these things. Which I'm not gonna chance it today either. Yeah, like maybe I'll chance it on a personal build, but this is from one board. Normally what I do on personal boards is I take this layer off, well, not right now, but I'll take that layer off and then use it. Just because I don't want anything to happen to this today, I'm just going to use a brand new filter. You can desolder just from that one gun thingy? Yeah. Double stream? Yes, and it might be an extra long stream today. Might have to be. What's the other TKL on your desk? The Stratum. Stratum 80. I did have to replace my tank, by the way. like the little tank thing here. For whatever reason, the plastic, it's not sitting well on my old tank filter thing, so it wouldn't create a good seal and it wouldn't desolder anything. So this was the most recent upgrade or side purchase for this. But a little bit of a pain in the ass if I do say so myself. I have a soldering kit I got a long time ago. I've never used it. I love soldering stuff. It's my favorite. And then I got half of my drop order in today too, which is funny. Alright. Alex Stonks way up this week? Not at all. I wish Stonks were up this week. And I guess let's grab the PCB. God, I hope this desolders okay. Well, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to use the stabilizers they have on this. I don't even know what stabs these are. You guys have any clue? I have no clue what stabs these are. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good. I thought this piece was broken. I know who reviewed this before you. I don't know who this is. No, this is not a customer build. Second stream? Yeah, a little bit of a second stream. So I'm gonna clean this. So first thing we're gonna do, I do this every time as well. We're just gonna make sure there's no solder stuck here at all. Good. Put that tool back. Grab this tool. Put that tool back. Let this heat up for one more second. The reviewer Mochi sent showed the damage on the way in his video. So it was probably, I mean, it was probably damaged from the get-go, which is weird that they'd send someone damaged stuff. Or I don't know if he did. I have no clue. I don't want to blame anyone, obviously, but like, interesting. Will they not have any other prototypes, you know? I think it's a bad look. Alright. First, I am extremely curious about something. I need to see if these are modded. Maybe they are. Maybe there's a bit of lube on these. No, these are dry. These are dry with stock springs. Oh man. All right. What kind of insane person? I don't know. Preference. It's all preference. But I think stock cherry switches with stock springs sound awful, by the way. It's okay, we're gonna make quick work of this, guys. Look at him go. It's like an F1 pit crew. I get paid the faster I go here. Clearly. And it said if I can do this under 20 minutes, he'll give me $100. And not real money though. Not real money. Just fake money. But he said he would do. He would do it. In it bucks. Yes, real money? Oh, okay, okay. Even better. Interesting. Let him cook. Oh yeah, sorry guys. If I'm not gonna be talkative much, it's because I have to look down. I'm sorry. Where is it for the burr noises? It's pretty cool. This is a weird podcast. Sorry guys for it being a weird podcast. Might be. Where does the solder go? Solder goes in this tank. Oh yeah, by the way, for anyone using this tool, you can literally just keep it on the minimum heat. If you guys buy this, do not put it past that. Minimum is totally fine to desolder things, by the way. I recently had a friend showed me what he had his heat on, and he had it on like 3. And I was like, I don't know how you're not destroying your PCBs. Well, we can also take a closer look at the PCB here. The PCB is F13 compatible, it seems, which is nice because this is an F13 board. We also have a bunch of layout options, also nice. Some say the solder goes to Greenland in search of enlightenment. Oh. If you're fast enough, you can outrun the burning. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the truth. If you do this quick enough, it's like nothing ever happened. Anyone know if the Stratum 80 was good? I'll let chat answer. I feel like it was a good board. I feel like you should definitely watch the whole stream. There's some like little parts of the board which kind of, I'd say like minorly irk me. But I would say, considering the Stratum was a $590 project, I feel like even besides the little things that irked me, it's the first $600-ish project in a while that felt like it stood on its own 2 feet in a way. Like, it felt different enough from the rest of the keyboards we normally get. Like, didn't just feel like a lot of extra material just for the sake of making it $590. It has a pretty unique aesthetic, I'd say, too. But I'll be honest, I don't think it's a board for everybody in terms of, like, the aesthetic and what it costs and stuff like that, too. Can you hear over the burr? Are you excited for the F-165? I am. And Turtle, which part? Just noticed the little live notification on your Twitch link icon on your website, Alex. You're all about the details, aren't you? Does it look good? Yeah, I have like a little live thing there too. I Dude, I've been so tempted to redo my entire website. I also want to do like a rehaul of my entire brand. As much as I love like the stone and orange colors I've been using, I just feel like it's been adopted by like literally everybody at this point now. Because I was using like a warmer stone and like orange. And I kind of want to go to like a concrete / green. Because that's kind of the colors I've been sort of into more so recently. But I still like warmer colors. Like I'm still on my warmer colors phase. Not so much the mode colors. I think mode colors are a bit more muted. I think I want mine to be a bit more saturated. But even that, like, I might even just swap the green in my colors to an olive. Splatter. But it's funny though, it's really hard to swap from orange because I think using orange in my setup as an accent color has really become like something I love. Because I even have a few recent projects in which I chose orange as the accent. It's hard to part with though. It's very hard to part with. I've been using the colors for so long now. Not bad for timing, right? Okay, let this cool down. I'm gonna actually bring this down here. Back in the case. For a streamer, I'm very impressed by your website. Obviously, the photography skill helps a lot in your shop. Thank you. The shop thing I didn't really do. Like the shop part, that was like only partially done by me, but the actual website part I did from scratch by myself. Actually, let's just grab this. I don't really have an impression to give you right now, but the switches so far, like while I was lubing them today, genuinely so impressed that like I was on the phone with a friend and I was like, you guys have to check out this switch. I'm very curious what it's going to sound like. I actually have 2 batches, so one's going to be used today, and then one's going to be used on a personal board that I'll be doing sort of soon-ish. I need to do... let's actually just grab a little bag. Let's grab this, the Uniqueys bag, and I'll put this in here later. Can we see the board again? Yeah, no, I can show you guys. Just give me a sec. Let me just disassemble this PCB first. This is throwing me for a loop, I'm not gonna lie. Did you phone a friend?
Did you phone a friend? Or the friend phoned his friend?
What if we all phoned each other? Actually, we did a very good job desoldering this. I will say, the person who did solder this used just the right amount of solder. So kudos to them. Don't phone me, please. I hate calls. Really? Are you guys text or call people? I'm a call guy. Okay, I need to desolder one more. One's being a little awkward. Which actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm not gonna use a desolder gun for this. I like to phone myself. Pause. I'm a call guy. I feel like if someone needs something from me, please just call. I'm not really like a text guy. I tend to like send a text message and then I put my phone down and I go start doing something else. And then I just don't look at it anymore, so... Plus, I don't know, I feel like I get a better read on people when people actually talk on the phone. Random question, have you ever had or considered move to the US? I mean, I briefly considered moving to the US a long time ago when I started doing content creation, strictly because there's nothing wrong with like my feelings towards Canada. It's just, it sucks not having access to a lot, like at the time, my reasons have changed, by the way. It kind of sucks not having access to a lot of the creator programs that the US has. Like, being in Canada, even as of today, there are substantially less things that I get as a content creator that make life kind of difficult. In the US, there's just so many good programs that companies have. So, yeah, truly, there was a time where I thought, I'm like, yeah, it could make a lot of sense just to move there for work type thing, but I think my opinions have changed since for other reasons. Let me put these back and then we'll move this one over here. Yeah, like in Canada, for example, like I can't monetize TikToks. I don't know if I can now. I've basically given up. TikToks, Instagram Reels and stuff, like the monetization stinks on that. Like for example, in Canada, it only recently rolled out very briefly to do ads. And even on videos that are popular, I will tell you guys, literally pennies. And then I have friends in the States who get way more. US is overrated? Is it? But yeah, anyways, it was strictly because of that. But ultimately, I decided that, A, I don't really want to leave my family and stuff. And B, there's just, I have roots here. And like, I think a lot of people, when they're telling like stories like, oh, I moved to this country for work type thing, I think a lot of people neglect like the roots they leave behind. And I'm not like in my early 20s where it's really easy for me to just like pick up my life and go somewhere else. You know, I'm not saying it's like more difficult or harder, but like I'm in a point in my life when I started content creation where like I already had a lot of stuff here that I didn't want to give up. So it's just tough. Like, it's not impossible. I'm sure it wouldn't be an impossible move, but... Alright, now we can restart the stream. We can restart it, guys. So, this is the Katina TKL. We have a unit with some stabs that were already installed. I'm going to leave the stabs. I think they're good. I guess we can give them a double check here. But we have an aluminum plate. It looks like we have some pretty standard mounting points for the plate over here. I'd say very standard. Nothing to write home about. I do like the more empty spacebar area for the plate. I find typically you can get really good sounding space bars if there's like less aluminum plating over here. Not always the case, but... And it does say Katina TKL right over here. For the PCB, it looks like we do have, I would say, a lot of options, including split spacebar, which is kind of cool. And we are using the HHKB top today for the TKL, which is admittedly not my first decision when it comes to TKLs, but also interesting to say the least. So if you guys didn't see this, it is a HHKB top TKL. Obviously you can get this in a few different styles here, but I also like what they did with the weight on the inside. Kind of looks like a padding of a jacket. I do like that. But cool. You know, I'm not going to comment on quality of ammo today because whoever handled this before me or the studio, I don't know who did this, but there's obviously some damage going on here. This is the special edition version that's almost $200 more, if not $200 more. I don't know if I'd get the special edition version. I feel like for an extra $200, it would have to really be special, and just having, you know, like a different material on the weight and having, in my humble opinion, not the nicest of patterns. Doesn't really make sense for this keyboard on the weight. Feels a bit random. And this is, you know, we were talking about this earlier, how criticizing looks is kind of hard on keyboards. But yeah, like I feel like the pattern here just kind of makes no sense. It is a beautiful board otherwise. I do really like it. Obviously, this shares a lot of common DNA with like the Manta. Like, I'm going to be the first person to admit that. And that's probably where some bias is going to come in here, because I like this whole fin idea. But yeah, you guys can see it is a nice slight curve on this side. Is another chip there? No, it's just a piece of dust. A nice like little subtle curve that comes down. I'm a little bit torn on if I like the seam on this part. I don't really know. I don't know. How do you guys feel? I'm a bit torn on it personally. And this is very much a personal preference bit. I'm not 100%. I feel like, obviously, again, this would look better if there was no seam. Maybe the seam could have been on the top case. But I don't know. I really don't, it really doesn't need to be on the weight. Yeah. I mean, it's hidden. Like, you're not going to see that unless you look at the side of the keyboard. So. I actually like the bottom seam. Yeah, you guys can all have different opinions on this too. But it is a very attractive looking side profile. Very attractive. This also is very attractive too. I like what they did here with this whole like, oh, camera does not want to see this. This kind of like little carved out bit here underneath the weight. Kind of gives it some character. Definitely some character here. Exposed screws are nice. This big brass fin, though, is indeed very heavy. And then the internals... Ooh, man, I need to take this apart. I think the only thing I'm like... I can tell you right now. Like, the internals look fine on paper. This little tiny ribbon cable... I think this is clearly needed because this has not enough space underneath. But I don't love ribbon cables. I almost feel like they should have just went with a pogo pin. I feel like that's kind of the new meta when it comes to if you don't have a lot of space, just go pogo pin. But I guess we'll see. And then I don't know how, again, I think I want to see how this looks when I fully build it. Admittedly, the only visual thing that I'm not so much like indecisive about, but I'm leaning more towards I'm not a big fan, is I feel like the board has such an identity everywhere else that this little bit of accent over here feels a bit overdone to me, but it's not tacky. It just feels like a lot of extra stuff. I do like the lack of branding on the keyboard. I'm happy to see that it only has Katina on the back. There's no studio names on the front. There's no studio names over here. I do like that. So it does feel like pretty nice, simple in that regards, you know? I think the nav accent will look better with keycaps on. Yeah, plus I think there's other colors you can get for the nav accent. Maybe I'm just not liking the copper one. I feel like this would look better as like a silver PBD. You know what I mean? I also would love to see this with the machine pattern bottom too. But alright, I guess let's take this apart. Actually, no, let's do the PCB first. The Deluxe Edition... What's the Special Edition? I'm gonna be honest, like the Deluxe Edition unit for almost $200 more... To me, it's a bit of a hard sell. If it was more the bottom case, like this piece, that was the copper and not so much the bottom half of the fin. I like special edition products, love it, but I think there has to be a more enticing reason to get it. Like, for example, if this was all brass on the inside and it was flipped, where maybe the fin just kept its aluminum, because this is split in two, I feel like this would have made a lot more sense because it might have created a different sound profile overall on the keyboard. I do feel like if it's just this piece over here, which I don't know if it's also the case on the standard version too. Yeah, I don't know. So wait, is the special edition really just a different color plus this special weight? Is that really it? Or is it the fin being copper too? Should be exactly the same as the regular, but come with a number on the back. Yeah, again, I'm the first to admit I'm a sucker for special edition stuff, but I feel like special edition has to be special. Like, it has to feel really special. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at with that, and I know that's very vague, and I apologize, but for example, the patterns on the weight here don't really feel special to me. You know what I mean? But alright. But yeah, pretty keyboard. Very pretty keyboard. Ooh. Now, you can also build this plateless, which we're not going to do today. But let's test the stabs, make sure everything's all good for this. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's a special edition, and it makes sense as a special edition. Because it's themed around something. You know what I mean? Patterns look a bit like stock images. I think actual engravings. You know what they could have done as well? They could have done... I mean, you know what? Engravings do feel like a really good choice. I'm with you on that. I'm on team engravings. Or just something more special to the weight. Or maybe it was just some sort of like unique material that they used. A unique material could have been really fun as well. Okay, we're going to quickly just test these stabs and make sure they're okay. Dude, if these switches prove to be really good, I want to order a whole bunch of them. I just like the scratch on them. Like, they sound really nice. What switches are these? TTC XPT switches. I think I have the link for you guys here. It's still on my copy paste. Yes. All right. Let's test this really quickly, and then I will solder it. It's a chilly night tonight, man. I even had to put like not shorts on. Actually, I think that would be the case of the test. Just so I can properly hear the difference of things. Just use reactive for now. TTC Venus, one of my all-time favorite switches. I have another TTC switch that I've been meaning to use forever. These sound fine. Alright, we're good. The stabs seem fine. Luckily, I think we can save ourselves the hassle of doing a set of stabs for today. Perfect. Tree, how you doing? I stumbled upon TTC horse switch clip clops. Which ones are those? This is silly and I love it. What the hell is that? I think I just like the pricing of these. I wonder if vendor pricing is going to be a bit different. Wait, what the hell? These are expensive. How does this sound? Hold on. That is so interesting. Fucking now I want to try these, but this is expensive. Are these HE switches? I'm assuming they are, right? Oh my god, another spam text. Wow, I got 2 in one night. Wow. The ASMR is crazy. Monty Python switches? Yeah, kinda. Oh shit, let's plug this back in. Alright, I'm gonna solder in 4 corners because the PCB is a little loose here. And also, I have to do some surgery right now. In this particular one. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody. TTC, but it is a flesh wound, a little bit. Oh, that did not work as intended. It did. Okay, we're good. Alright, I'm just going to solder in some corners here because this is going all over the place. It looks like the Katina is getting a logo pin connector in the production units. Oh, that would have been nice to know. Hold on one second. Was that in any sort of... Let me see here. Latest changes to the product. Oh yes, it's the one of the ones over here. So here are all the changes happening to the product. Most of these are non-concerns for everybody, like laser engraving depth, different color screws, doesn't really matter. But there's going to be a pogo pin connector, so I guess that's nice to see. They did listen to, I guess, feedback on that. Everything else is non... Yeah, this is... Yeah. Non-important information. It's okay. That's a nice change to see. How many keyboards do you own? I haven't really done a count in a while. Oh, let me do this. The color of the screws is really important to me, Alex. Here, I'll read you guys all the changes really quick. Basically, it's going to be a pogo pin now. Specially molded light diffusers and integrated lighting shield cottons will be added to the light holes on the bottom case. The laser engraved pattern / text on the front nameplate inside the bottom of the case. Wait, front nameplate? There's engravings on this? Oh, I didn't even see that. I thought that was just like a hole for the light. There is, I will show you guys, the tiniest engraving on the front, which you can't even see. I don't even know if this should be here, to be honest. They're going to be changing the depth, so it's a bit shallower, I guess. The lighting shield will be, on the front nameplate, will be replaced with more reliable. Okay, so that's fine. Stricter tolerances and deformation control will be implemented. Maybe that's a problem, I'm not sure. All housing screws will be upgraded to high-strength, non-slip premium feel screws. I mean, that should be a no-brainer there. So that's the 6 changes that are happening. I feel like if you're going to cheap out on screws on your really expensive product, then it's kind of like a shrug moment to me. Like, what are you doing? I'm still waiting on my Kaze. Which one? The mini? Slate colored, very nice and paired nicely with caps. Oh, for which one? This one? All right, put in some stuff here. Hey Alex, what do you think about the HMX Lanikais? I think the scratchiness is very, very minimal. It doesn't dethrone what I think about the other HMX switches. I still think some of the other variants of HMX sound a little nicer to my ears. However, with that being said, I have no want to change them out on this board. I think like they sound very, very pleasant. But yeah, I still think maybe I kind of like some of the other HMX switches a smidge more. I would say this scratch is almost non-existent if you're not really, really listening for it. It's a very, very small scratch. Like very, very small scratch. I still think like the film stock ones, like the FD or FJ 400s or whatever they're called, I think those are still my favorites. Anyone have experience with a massive scratch on their GMK set? Oh shit, no, I have no experience with that. I hope everything's okay, KJ. Can't really do anything, it's been like 5 years. How bad is it? Can you take pictures? Can't sell promo. What happened? Consider Fin XT. Buy box. Consider it. There, I promoted for you. Consider The Fin 60 XT. I was talking about the Fin actually this morning. Can we have a really early take on the Bauer 65? I haven't really used it. I mean, it's here. I just haven't used it. I only got it in sort of recently, and then I rushed to take photos, and it hasn't really been on my desk. It looks pretty, though. I'll tell you that much. Hello there, Mr. Toes. Hi, my Papa 16. I tried FR4 with no flex cuts, and I felt like it ticks. FR4 is not for everybody. And also, Papa, thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, I'm not really a big FR4 plate kind of guy. It's usually the one plate I tend to avoid the most. There's very few PCBs, or I guess assemblies, in which I think it shines. Very few. Little TTC case too. God damn. You know, at first glance, these look like cherry switches too. Dude, I love this scratch. God damn. FR4 or blue anno? I'll take blue anno. Honestly, if I was forced to build everything with FR4, I would be really sad. Really, really sad. Why don't you like FR4 as playing into commission? Dude, here's the thing. It's personal preference. I think some boards can sound really good with FR4. All right? I do think a better alternative is usually, to the preference that I like, carbon fiber. But there are boards, like, for example, modes boards with FR4 actually sound pretty good. But usually it's not my first choice. I just feel like it's a sharper sound signature that leans a bit more into plastic that I'm not too savvy on. That's it. That's literally it. It's just a slight dip into a sound signature that I'm not into. Carbon fiber, though, you know, at one point I did think that carbon fiber and FR4 were very, very similar in sound signature. But yeah, I'm kind of on team. I think carbon fiber has a bit more of a fuller sound. FR4 can be super hit or miss for sure. It's like my last choice personally. Yeah, I know people who swear by FR4 though. FR4 and O-ring actually is pretty sick. I will agree with Elquan there. I typically still choose aluminum, but it is sick. Then what do you get if you want a mid-stiffness plate? In all honesty, I consider PC to be a mid-stiffness plate. I think more so than... because I think FR4 and carbon fiber can get pretty stiff still. I think my least favorite plate, though, out of all plates, is still brass or titanium. And then, just because I feel like I've been very divisive on whether or not I like it, PEI has been extremely up and down for me. I don't know. I still don't know if I like PEI personally. Steel plates I'm not a big fan of. Alex hates PEI, the plate and the Provent. I didn't say that. Titanium plates, that's expensive. They're expensive and they also sound like terrible. I think titanium is one of the worst plate materials, actually, considering price in things as well. I feel like you just like the firmer side of plastic plates. That's why FR4 and PEI just don't hit for you. You know what? I think you're right, Drudge. Get in there. I think you're kind of right on that. Maybe it is a bit of a bias to, if I want plastic, I want the plastic to be a bit softer. You know what I mean? But yeah, I typically lean to no middle grounds, I guess, for things. I have a stainless steel plate in the corner right now, and it sounds very good. Really? I want to hear that, Elk1. The beauty is, though, man, it really depends on how you build everything. There's no one way to build things. There's no rule of thumb. It's just whatever sound profile you're kind of going for. Maybe there's rules depending on the sound profile you want, but... so I understand. I like PP for plastic, and that's too soft. But and if that's too soft, then I build a PC. You know what's weird though, man? I used to really love PC, but ever since polypropylene's been becoming more and more popular, that's usually my plastic of choice. PP just kind of hits. It does. Anyone know the keycap set on the desk? This is the concrete base? No, this is the stone base, right? Stone base for Mod Musings set. A uranium plate. Damn. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Rob, I read that as burger idea, and I was like, you got a burger idea? Let me know, bro. I'll take some burger ideas. Can we get a typing test on the Stratum? Do you guys mind if I do the typing test afterwards? Just because I kind of want to focus on this build. Any updates on the 60% project? Same updates as last week. We put in the order for prototypes and we're waiting right now. That's it. No big updates. I actually do mind. Oh, my bad. Also, I really appreciate, if you guys can see this big relief cut on the plate, I actually kind of appreciate that. I wonder if that's going to make this part of the keyboard sound a little different. I also really appreciate this cross section over here having relief cuts. Good on you guys at In Studios for doing that. I think that's very, very nice. Typically with TKLs, sometimes right over here I find gets a little bit muddy in terms of sound profiles, so that's pretty nice. All right, let's push this in and let's start soldering. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's get my solder. Where the fuck is it? Ah, in front of my face. I got a new GMK set that came in today too from Drop. That was my last purchase ever from Drop, I think. Would help if I turn this on. But I'm not using it today because it will not fit the board today. But it's this set. This is my final ever purchase from Drop. I just got the base kit. And I ordered the accents as well, but I don't know where the hell those are. Low-key, my least favorite set. Actually, Adam, I don't mind it. I purposely didn't get the yellow accents because it looks too much like Greg, and I was getting a little scarred from it, but what can I say? What can I say? Oh, you got Dragon Darts as your final one? Can't wait. I wonder, is this week though, like last week or something? What's the story on when they're closing down actually? Oh, no. This one's the blue one. Believe it or not, I got a blue keycap set. To me, drop caps always disappointed me. Really? I think Drop didn't have all the greatest designs in the world. They had some bangers, though. I'll give Drop that. They had a few bangers that I've ordered over the years. But they also had some, like, I don't know. Feels like, I hate saying this. I really don't mean any disrespect. But I always feel like they had some designs that just felt like very, like, they just pumped some stuff out from, like, their generic lineup stuff. And they felt very catered to collab stuff with, like, major brands, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, where it just kind of felt very, like sloppy in a lot of ways, too. And again, I mean no disrespect. I'm just speaking out of preference and opinion here. But it's what's really stopped me from buying from them. It just, nothing really ever tickled my fancy. Yeah, so what's happening with MT3 now? Not sure if there's an exact timeline, but I guess they will offload as much stuff. Oh, that's true. They do have to offload stuff first. I wonder who's going to be picking all this stuff afterwards. Like, where's that all going to go? Thought nothing was good. Thought nothing was going to happen with MT3. I thought it'll be sold on Cursive website. Oh, maybe. I thought MT3, even though it's Mateo's, I thought Drop had something to do with like the ownership on MT3. I think Drop holds the rights to MT3. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm really not sure what's going on with that. But then again, is MT3 like really popular right now? I'm not even sure. Alex, our friend here is asking what tool would you recommend for aligning switches for a solder plate on a half plate build? I'll give you guys the best suggestion. Grab another plate. Put your switch, first put your switches on, then grab another plate, and then put that plate on top and flip it over. Then solder in one pin like this on each one of those. So do it for everything. Then one by one, go in, use your thumb or whatever's comfortable for you, press on that particular switch, reflow the one pin, make sure it's sitting flush against the PCB. This only really works for 5-pin switches, by the way, which you probably are using. Then go ahead and solder in the other pin and just keep repeating that process and you should have pretty damn good alignment for things. Yeah, you'll sometimes hear a nice like click because it's like popping in all the way. Where was I? I thought of something that will keep you out of the court forever. Gamba not on whether the GMK will be messed up, but Gamba on whether Alex will judge the GMK messed up. Interesting. Interesting. It's like Inception Gamba. I like it. I love Fallout, but they really didn't do the keycaps well. Wait, they did Fallout keycaps? I totally missed that if they did that. I saw the Nuka-Cola Artisan, which wasn't really my vibe, but did they do a set for it too? He was open to us making sets? Oh, that's cool. I hope so. Alex, fund 3D keycaps. I added them to my vendor list. You guys should all check out 3D keycaps. Also, good guy. I shook his hand once. HMX tequilas? I have not tried those, no. MTNU and PBS are enough for me for profiles, I think. PBS is pretty nice, huh? I gots to admit. Did you wash your hands after? After I shook 3D's hand? No, I purposely don't wash it. When I take a shower, I keep my hand out of the shower. He licked it clean? Damn. Macaroon, thank you so much for 13 months of being here. Thank you, thank you. PBS feels really good, but I cannot get them to sound very good in a foamless build. Yeah, sometimes that's the trade-off. I also think like MT3 is an incredibly comfortable typing experience. It's just I hate the sound of it. And it's why I don't use any of my MT3 sets anymore. But goddamn is MT3 comfortable. It's like little hugs for your fingertips. Yeah, dude, this sounds awful. I mean, like, okay, I say that like it's extreme, but dude, I can't get around it. Enzyme, thank you so much for 2 months of being here. Thank you. Oh, by the way, someone asked about 100% boards, and I said I think I saw that Click-Clack had stock of intros. They do have intros. So for that person who mentioned last stream, if you're here, consider maybe the intro. The intro was pretty nice. But I think the only ones that Click-Clack has are pre-assembled. Have you played Where Winds Meet? What is that about? Also, hi Mikey, how are you doing? Where Winds Meet. It sounds like a relaxing game. Touchstone just came out? No, what's it called? Which one, Dream? I think you're right. I think it's a Touchstone. Was that 100%? I thought that was like 98 or something. Are you doing alright, good sir? 2 streams in 1 day will be tiring. Honestly, I think today's the perfect day to do 2 streams in 1 day. Because today was mostly running around errands. And I think like my sitting down happens to be in front of the computer streaming. So it kind of works out just perfect. You know when you have those really busy days that just like sitting in front of the computer doing a hobby feels perfect? Literally today for me. I think 98s are the ugliest layout, too dense. Damn, what's everyone's least favorite layout? Honestly, the more I think about it, I think non-exploded 75s might be my least favorite. However, I don't think I have a layout that I absolutely hate. But specifically non-exploded 75s. I think I like them for a little bit, but yeah. I think I'm over them. They're too crowded. A 65 hater. 75s. 40s. Damn, 40s is probably going to be a popular one for this list. Compact 60s and 75s? 75s? FRL TKLs are just longer 65s. Yeah, but it's a vibe, bro. FRL TKLs are a vibe. Can't hate them. Damn, 2 people said FRL TKL. 65 haters banned them? Any numpad layout that's not 100? Like, what the fuck you trying to say? You know what? You're not wrong. I'm considering 60 to 65 layout. My space is so small that I have a custom dual stick flight setup. Get a 60, dude. Get yourself a beautiful little 60% keyboard. Also, Flight Sim sounds really cool. FRL 1800. I do not like 64 with small right shifts. Damn, Adam just banned someone. FRL TKL's goated. I agree. I do like my FRL boards. There's no rhyme or reason, I just think they look sick. I just think they aesthetically just like speak to me. I will not stand on the anti-FRL TKL propaganda. Same. I am with you on that. Where's the rest? Damn. Damn, Rob. What layout is TKL that and has F1 to F12 keys but is decently compact? I think you're probably looking for a 75, realistically. Because if I'm not wrong, 75% are the same width as a 65, right? Sort of? Kind of? Depends on the 65 maybe, but I think they're pretty close. How big is the NK warehouse? I've never been to the NK warehouse. Only their office. And the basements to the office. $75 is cool, to be honest. I don't know why people hate on it. Dude, it's because 75s. I feel like people got really burnt out on 75s. There was a point in the hobby where... Let me set the scene for you guys. The SAT 75 was coming off of its hype. And that inspired every company and their brothers and sisters to then run 75% keyboards with a knob and some with a screen. Then came the birth of everybody doing 75s. And I will not lie, I don't think that trend has died one bit. I think 75s, though, to be honest, are a great segue if you want something that feels non-traditional. It's a fun pickup. But it's just, at one point, dude, everyone did 75s. And I think a lot of people into keyboards got burnt out really quickly. I think the hype, though, from major brands have kind of died down, and now they're doing, like, multiple layouts. But you still have a lot of brands doing just 75 layouts. Honestly, I love 75s. Bring back 75s. Yeah, you know what? We don't really look at a lot of 75s, do we, these days? Come to think about it. I wonder if that is because of some of the burnout of the hobby for 75s. Maybe, right? The Mysterium's a nice board, Trey. Dude, I haven't heard that name in a hot minute. The Mysterium. God damn. Yeah, like we have the Neo stuff, and I think that's it. For like the more custom side of the hobby. Yeah, I actually don't know what else is doing 75s at the moment. Though the base 75. That was a more chunky bezeled one. The Universe? Is the Universe considered a true 75 though? Isn't it a little bit different in a way? Now I don't remember my Universe layout. TKD PT1. Damn, that's also a name I haven't heard in a while. All right. Not bad timing. Not bad at all. Just waiting for the ASCII F. I was looking for that layout for a while. Yeah, I know a lot of people were looking for that particular one. Very excited to use these switches. I'm also excited to see this keyboard in action. Like I said, long time coming for this keyboard. Let me quickly wash my hands. I'll give them a more thorough wash later. I don't have any hands soaked in here. Alright. No, I'm gonna want to desolder this again, please. Thank you, Lost. Appreciate you, man. Oh no, I kept the one hand out box. I kept it out. I kept it out. Ooh. Was someone being weird in chat? Really want to hear this thing, but I should sleep? KB, there's always going to be a VOD. Don't feel bad. If they're being weird, just kick them or ban them. Actually, can you kick from Twitch? Just ban them. If they agree to stop, then do it. I'm the only weirdo allowed. It was a choice. Is this the right bit? No, we need a different bit. Screwdriver kit. I'm still hoping to get my hands on an Evo 80 this year. That's a good pickup. Damn. I heard weird and I've been summoned. I'm debating between the Womir SK71 Pro. Dude, I feel like I gotta try. Like some of the Womir boards I feel like are kind of good. I don't think I have a great opinion on both. I don't have like long-term use with either one of those. But I like Womir as a brand. They've been pretty decent. Weird, I know weird. My wife keeps calling me weird. I hope like it's a good weird. I think I'm gonna have to sell a board to get this Katina if I want it. I think that's a very fair thing to do though, KB. Last thing you want to do is like overdo it with things in your collection. You know what I mean? I just got here. This looks very similar to the Manta. Yes, I would say this has like a lot of DNA that is similar to the Manta. I think it's... Listen, as someone who also... If it means anything, as someone who designed the Manta alongside Bull, I'll let Bull speak for himself, but I don't think this is like infringing on something that I would say is like heavily the same. I don't know if this was inspired by it. Who knows? But, you know, I think it's a fun-looking board. I'm not hurt by it, personally. I don't really care. I think it's doing its own thing. Seems like someone was inspired by another keyboard. No, I think it's way different inspiration. Yeah, I think it's, like, there, but, like, it's not. I don't really care, personally. If it was, like, a complete clone, yeah, I'd be like, okay, maybe we have an issue. Let's see the inside of this thing. Damn, I really like this pattern on the weight. I said that like twice now, but I really do like it. I did want to like tighten up everything, because I feel like this is getting a little loose. Maybe it got loose in transit. Regarding the Manta, does your internal costing change now that copper is getting more expensive? We already got quoted and paid for the Mantas. I don't know if it'd be more expensive to redo them. That's a really good question, but I would assume so. Oh yeah, this was a little bit loose. Damn. Someone went to town on this side of the weight too. My goat Alex, any new plans for a setup space? I'm already slowly making the setup more my own. I can't really show you because it's not done yet and there's a lot of boxes everywhere. I got flooded with stuff this week, but I'm essentially setting up a new... This sounds really dumb, and I hope this doesn't come out as stupid as I think it does. Basically, I like working in my little office space here. I think it's like cozy. There are days though where like I'm doing less important work, or maybe where I just need a break from work. And I have this like philosophy where I'm trying to keep my workspace away from my living space, right? I don't want to intertwine the two, because then I feel like the whole place is my workplace. And then I become a little bit depressed is probably the best word I can think of. Like, it is a little bit depressing thinking about like everywhere you go is work. So even when I'm like lounging while I'm working, I used to go to a different room, and honestly I think that was starting to get to me a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is I'm really trying to like separate a lot of this stuff in this room so I can have a lounge room. Bro, I'm not saying rum. Okay guys, I'm trying to separate things in this room where I can actually have like a chair to sit down in that isn't my desk. So I actually got one of those IKEA, I know, another piece of IKEA furniture. I forget the name of it, but it's like a lounge chair. It's like that vintage one. You guys kill me. Bad the road. Yeah, I know we should. So I'm slightly setting up that area, and then I'm gonna buy a little side table, I guess, for that little area. But I've been meaning to do this forever. Like, I've wanted a little like lounge area in the corner of my room for a while. Did Matthew buy the IKEA furniture too? I saw it. I never even knew that existed until we went to the store. And then I actually tried it and I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then the last thing I'm probably going to do, just as like a little rest area thing too, is really focus on like lounge lighting. And when I say lounge lighting, like I want to have like lights in this office space that make it feel a bit more cozy and not as like, okay, to be honest, outside of the studio light here, I just use the big room lights because I don't have any lamps. Or I use the light that goes on top of the monitor over here. So, you know, it's been like a work in progress. Like I don't have infinite money. I can't just like drop. Like I know I've been in this space for almost 2 years now, but I can't just like drop infinite money to make this space like really cool right away. Like my budgeting is usually parts and making sure that parts I have in stock for clients and stuff, because I do more than just reviews. Like I do a lot of repairs and stuff too. But yeah, it's been a work in progress. It is what it is though, you know, so. Sterling rents an office space just to keep feeling productive. I wish I could afford a separate office place. Definitely a good idea to try and separate work tough if home is your workplace. It is. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at a little bit. Like, I just want to make this studio basement an actual, like, dual purpose thing. It's always been just one singular purpose, and that's to create content. But I would like to just chill as well. Thanks, Peel. Yeah, the lighting is good, I have to admit, but like the when I don't want to have the big light, the studio light on, then it's just dark and there's not a lot going on. So, all right, I guess let's start assembling the board today. I think all the screws are over there, so we are going to do a top mount. I think. Actually, where are the screws? Huh. Is it these countersunk screws? It can't be. No. Also, the over the angle, is that attached to a varipole? Yeah. I have a bunch of varipoles, and then this. Okay, dude, the varipole that goes in between this, that was incredibly hard to find the proper size. I'll show you guys afterwards. But yeah, incredibly hard to find the right pole for that. The one that's on the face camera over here, that was really easy because that's like a Manfrotto one. Or actually, no, that's not a Manfrotto one. That's a Impact one. And you can find them everywhere. But this size, I had to special order. It wasn't expensive. It just took forever to show up. Am I using countersunk screws for this? Oh no, here they are. Wait, no, these aren't. These are countersunk screws too. I guess. Looks like I don't really have a choice, do I? Wait, how is this supposed to work? I swear he's purposely not reading chat. I am! What are you saying? About me wearing green? Guys, I don't have a green. I didn't know today was anything like that. Oh my gosh. Pinched? Get pinched then? Do I have to? Do I pinch myself? Get pinched, nerd? This is the first I've ever even heard of this. What am I doing? I'm pinching myself? What do I do if I don't wear green or something? We pinching you? Is it like a tradition? No, I don't think this is a Canadian thing. I mean, it might be, but I've never done it. Never even heard it in school or nothing. Come on, chat. You pinch people that don't wear green. Oh. I did not know that. Learned something today. How the fuck do I do this now? One moment while I find this out, everybody. I'm just gonna use these. I guess this is the right screw. Or we'll use these screws. Again, I'm gonna chalk this up to this being a prototype unit and it going through some different hands here, or maybe I'll chalk this particular part up to the studio not having screws for this or something, but feels weird that I'm using that is not even the right screw. I don't think we have the right screws for this. Let me double check something here. Do we have, where's the box? Go face cam? Oh wait, there's more stuff here. These are feet. This is a daughter board. O-ring cable. Oh, here they are. Is this not top mount too? I thought it was. I see someone tried to screw things in here. Let me see. Is this not top mount? I thought it was. I thought I read top mount. Triple mounting system. Top, gasket, and O-ring. I don't know if we have the right screws for top mount, guys. So we're just not going to do it today. None of these screws seem correct. Oh no, wait, here they are. Found it, never mind. Totally different bag. There's a lot of screws in this. Again, I think this is because it's a prototype. There's just a shit ton of screws in here. Okay, now we know. 10,000 screws? Yeah. Heart, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll put these ones here back then. I don't know what these are for. Maybe these are just extras. Okay. You know what? Let's do top mount last then. Let's just do gasket first, and then we'll do O-ring and then top. Yeah, let's do that. Gasket first. Did you wear your water? Did you dye your water green? You're right. I did. I have something green. Wait, why did I dump this out? God damn it. I grabbed the wrong thing. I got distracted. Plot twist? Yeah. That's still a pinch? God damn it. Green Hawaiian Punch? Actually, it's an energy formula. I'm using a little energy boost. I am cheating a little bit. That's how come I also have some energy. No, it's not a gamer sup. It's actually a it's a nootropic. Now, do I put how do I put these on? Let's see. Is gasket only meant for... Oh fuck, this seems complicated. Hold on one sec. Let me look at the instructions for how to install this. I thought maybe I would be smart enough, but I'm guessing not. Let's see, let's see. Do they have an instruction thing for how to assemble the gaskets? Oh, maybe they don't. They just have screw information. You missed 2 switches? Nuh-uh. Alright, we're doing O-ring first. Oh, thank you, Lazarus. Oh, damn, I did not see that on the website. Interesting. So the gasket's really complex. Yeah, we'll do this one here because this is the easiest one to assemble. First, we'll do O-ring, and then we'll do the gasket, and then we'll do top last. Interesting. So, if this sounds good for O-ring, I'll be a happy camper. I feel like O-ring TKLs are kind of tough to do. space. Can you give me a phonetic? I feel like I'm gonna fuck that up still. Good comms, good comms. Alright, let's put this in. I'm not gonna bother plugging this in. Actually, no, fuck, we will. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bother. Oh, I guess we really can't do this though. Oh, I guess you would need to use clip-ins for this, which they didn't have pre-installed. Do you need clip-ins? I don't think you do. Do you? No, you definitely need clip-ins. It's okay. We'll do the gaskets then. We'll just do gaskets. So, let's see how to install this. Let's see. Wait, was there a phonetics in chat? Alex, have you tried to reduce... I feel like if I confirm with you, it's fucking it up. Do you have headphones on right now? Have you tried to reduce sodium flavacol before? No, I only have the regular flavacol, whatever it's called. So this sits on the bottom. This is kind of confusing. Silicone columns. So it goes this way. And then a screw spacer. Ooh, I really don't love the way this is. This looks kind of annoying. And then these threaded D3 pin. Is this really a gasket though? So does it sit like this? And then ooh, I don't love this. The picture isn't doing this justice. Installed screw spacer installed when plateless. Oh, okay. So I guess we do. I guess it would have to be installed easiest from the top. So we'd have to go like this. Put this screw thing on, which seems tricky to get in. Oh, there is a flathead on the other side here. Ooh, I don't know if I like this particular mounting style here. You can skip the metal poles, they're for positioning. Flow AT had the same. Seems unnecessary complicated, why not just use a regular gasket? If we can skip these, then let's just skip them. So it looks like these just sit on the bottom. Like this. With the thicker part going in between. Okay, let's just do that then. There's a lot of extra parts here that I feel like make this overly complicated. Yeah, okay, these poles, I feel like, here's my opinion on this. Small criticism to them. The poles feel unnecessary. The poles feel super, super unnecessary. Let's actually bring this back over here. I don't know if it's for plateless. It seems if Naveed is right, it's probably for alignment. Or not if Naveed is right. Naveed's saying it's for alignment. Alright, so I think we're just putting that like that. And that should be it. So that should be enough there. And then I guess we're putting this on. Let's see if this looks right. Yeah, it looks right. Alright. Not as bad when it's just done with this. Alright, let's put these back then. It was for alignment and you can experiment with not using them. I mean, I don't really see this plate system going anywhere. I think the only issue I would even have with this... No, I don't think I have any issue with this. I think the pins are maybe unnecessary. If they're just for alignment, then I guess that's good. Then I take back some of the confusion that I had. They probably should put optional pins though. But yeah, I don't think the pins are necessary. It doesn't even look like this is moving around. I don't think the O-ring's gonna fit. I just kind of left the stabilizers that this came with on the board. Didn't even think twice about the O-ring not working. But yeah, I was just assuming that the stabs would have been okay, and it's my bad for assuming though. Oop, camera hates this. The oof ring. Hard day for O-rings? Dude, hard last 24 hours for O-rings. This is why clip-in stabs is the best. I'm back on my clip-in stabs era. Oh, there's 2 different size screws. Clip-in stabs every day of the week. And then we'll try top mount after this. You gotta leave your mark on the board too? Scuff something? I mean, there's stupid stabs. Stupid stabs are nice. Or the what are they called? Maze stabs? I think is that really it for high-end stuff? There's TXAPs. I don't know if those are still popular, but they're fine for what they are. I think they have some negative aspects to them, but seems like there's a more highly regarded screw-in stabs. I think screw-in stabs are just easier for people to get in the board and situate it properly. Maybe that's why. I think just clip-ins have more like positive attributes to them. They just work with more things. Do you like the flowers, Trial? I'm not actually big on the flower pattern myself. I love the shape of the board though. But again, maybe I'm a little biased. Because it does have some, like, again, shared themes with the Manta. Second stream? Yeah, it is. Also, Zell, did I say thank you for the sub? Appreciate you again, my friend. And thanks for the follow too. I do like the way this looks when it's catching the light. That looks good. All right, keycap time. Oh, here's that little engraving. Dude, I almost missed this part of the board. If I didn't read that little thing, I would have never noticed this. There's the engraving. I don't know why I love that, by the way. I fucking love that. Baby engraving? Yeah. It says in studio Katina. Like, you can barely see it. Like, I thought this was honestly a little grill where, you know, some light would peek out or something. But it actually is a little engraving. My brain didn't even process that. Oh, it says Annex? Oh, there you go. True, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. Thank you. Oh, anytime, Zell. Actually, Sal, I didn't even answer your other question. For your audio, is it just your MKH416 cold shoe on your top down? I have so many issues with mine. The clarity of audio coming from the 416. It is. I have it fed into the Volt 176. To say this though, this mic, as wonderful as it is, it's very unforgiving. I find this mic is very clinical. Like it's not bass heavy or higher frequency heavy. It's very like what you hear is what you get. It's also in my humble opinion, a bit of a wider shotgun mic. It's not very narrow. Like there are stuff that happens in the background that you guys pick up, or you guys can hear it and it picks up. So a slight unforgiving. Whose mic? My microphone. If you can get this microphone in the perfect position and hear everything, then oh my god, this mic slaps. But yeah. All right, what am I putting for keycaps? Let's see what I got. I feel like it's a fundamentals kind of day. I feel like with all the copper and like warmer tones, maybe we go with something like fundamentals to kind of balance it out. Maybe. I don't know if copper would be super nice on this. I think Kaiju's on something right now. Take off No, I want to keep it on this. I need to take pictures of that. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I hope this keyword sounds good. I have a good feeling of this, but I'm really rooting for this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm really rooting with this because I like the overall design. But I can already tell though, I don't want to spoil it. I think the switches are going to slap on this. I think we did a good combo of things, of parts. Spoiled? What? I've been trying not to click anything. Here, I'll be really delicate. So these are the factory. They say unlubed, but they were lubed on just the legs. Oddly enough, I almost thought they were lubricated. I was really impressed with TTC's spring choice, but they aren't lubricated. Lubing them did make them sound slightly fuller. If you guys are wondering, there it is. If you guys are wondering, I'll send you guys the link again. TTC's here. How you guys doing? These are the TTC XPT switches. Do we want purple? Let's do purple. But it's weird though. Like I did put a little bit of 204. I almost feel like the lube made it slightly deeper, but they already had a good tonality. So like, I don't know if you would really want to go in and lube these. I think for people who enjoy that like dry cherry switch, you might have a really good time with these. The Toronto Transit Commission. Getting flashbacks. Oops. As long as it's not rail bottom out, where'd that even go? I'll find that later. No, these have a nice... Dude, these are nice. I like these switches already. I can tell you that much. How's the scratch? Where did I put the thing here? Here, I'll show you guys. This is done with a little bit of 204, which is a very light lubricant. Dude, I really like the scratch on these. How's the sniff? Sniff was good. I low-key miss Alex telling me to sleep whenever I said I was tired. Well, you should sleep. I feel like I shouldn't push it though. I don't want to tell you what to do, you know? No spring swap. I don't know the tolerance for this spring. I actually would like to know that from TTC, but they feel really good. They're a 19 millimeter spring, and they have a 50 gram bottom out. I don't know if it's like a plus minus. I don't know what the plus minus is. I don't know if they have that info and they can share that today. But they feel like good solid springs. Like, it's kind of nice because these feel like a cherry switch that if you were to buy, you don't need to buy extra parts for other than lube. Yeah, we're doing another stream, Jedi. JK and F12. F5. Feels quite light and nice. Have you tried them too, Mikey? Yeah, they're pretty nice. Just checking, man, because I woke up from a well-needed nap. No, you're not going crazy. You guys don't like the purple accent? Okay, we'll change it out here in a second. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. I thought the purple would have been cool. Maybe we'll just switch to gray. I guess I was sorely mistaken. Print, scroll, pause. I nap between streams for maximum viewing pleasure. Really? I need to take more day naps, but I'm always afraid. I don't know how you guys wake up. The alarms don't help me none. If I take a nap, I'm out for like 6 hours. I can't do the 20-minute thing. No accent colors at all, guys? Should I just do like green maybe? No? Yeah, these have a nice texture to them. I'm trying not to spoil it to you guys. I'm just very curious. Ooh, new switch. New switch that I might be into? Exciting news. GR. Hour-long nap, I sit up and say, yup, keep on doing whatever. Damn. Dude, I wish I had that. I don't know how you managed to pull that off. I don't know how people pull off naps in general. Dude, I'm in the same boat. Any gifters in chat? Hi, sadly. Green enter for St. Paddy's Day? Alright, we'll do that. That sounds fair. I'll take it off here in a sec. Super. Delete. I don't know what tilde I want to use. Unsure. G. Mod? Mod or alpha? What do we do? My problem is I always go, I'll close my eyes and then sleep for hours. My problem is, like, I'm in the same boat as you, Chayo. Like, if I do a nap, and if I do wake up in 20, 30 minutes, I just feel like shit. Wait, green about to go hard? Not gonna lie. I think it'll look good. Here, let's do it right now. This guy. Did you ever do the sleep study? I did. Dude, the sleep study was kind of nerve-wracking. I have a very, very light case of sleep apnea. I don't think they... I forget now exactly what they told me. But they basically gave me a few options. One of them was a very invasive surgery, which I chose not to do. I'm going to be honest with you guys. They basically said the recovery time was a lot, and they said for someone a bit older, and even a bit older means like above the age of like 18 basically, it's not truly something that the guy recommended, like the doctor guy. And then the other option was working out, which I'm at the time, like I was like 171 pounds, which what I am now. It wasn't a workout thing. And then the other third option was allergies or something, like something non-invasive. And then they also said within the third option to consider getting but I would have to go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. And then the least invasive out of all the options was to get the CPAP machine, which is what I opted to do. But the surgery, so the first surgery, the one that he said was the most like wild out of all of them, the wild of the options, was to actually, this sounds gross and I apologize, it's to remove the soft palate partially or fully, I can't remember now, to basically allow like myself not to snore. And then that would help open up my airways. I opted to not do that. Listen, I if it's only like I have the lightest case possible of sleep apnea, then like he said it wasn't even that bad. That's too much. It's too much. Oh, is it the roof of the mouth? I don't actually know what it is. I just said no. Yeah, the moment he told me it's really rough recovery, I said, count me out, dude. This looks really good. You know what? The HHKB version of this, it's kind of growing on me. This is a good set to pick for this, too. It's like very classic. Hard pass. You don't like it? I'm vibing. I'm vibing on this. Procedure is called up. Hard pass on the surgery. It is. It sounded bad, so I just said screw it. Oh wait, okay. I really want to type on this thing. So this is aluminum plate with the TTC XPT switches. And the gasket. Oh, I already like the way this sounds. Yeah, I really like the way this sounds. These are nice switches. Damn. The board sounds really nice too. These sound, and again, I want to try these in another board past this as well for like the switch aspect of the board. These sound, they do sound like cherry switches a lot, but they almost have like a better top end. Maybe, okay, maybe where these differ, if I'm going to try my best to explain. I feel like cherry switches are a slight bit bassier, where these are a slight bit brighter. I almost, dude, it's weird. I almost like these more, but again, I have to try this in more boards. Cherries are more rounded, while these focus on the upper. Yeah, I agree. I only redid them with a little bit of 204. I didn't touch much of the switch at all. And I just put a little bit of the 204 on the spring as well. That's it. Honestly, these sounded really good stock and they had no lube on them. So the stock lube was like the most little amount of lube on the legs. So, I mean, you can just go right over it. These sound full though. I mean, the board itself sounds really full. I really like the sound profile of the entire board here. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. It's comfortable to type on with the gaskets. I don't really have any criticism for, like, I guess the board as a whole here. The only thing I would say is there's some, like, maybe visual cues on the board, which I'm not, like, a personal fan of. But, I mean, that's just subjective. I feel like you're going to like or hate things. Internally, though, I would have liked to see them explore doing the O-ring where you can use screw-in stabs for this. Because I feel like when you're doing like these tri-mode keyboards, I mean, we did it even with the Manta. Sometimes it's hard to do, but I feel like this has enough room inside where you could have done it. Sometimes it's hard to do, but I feel like you could have done it with this. Even Stream Elements thinks this is the Manta. Well, the Manta was on my desk this morning. The gaskets feel really good. I think assembly of the board, minus some of the confusion I have with some of the parts that are in this prototype, it seems straightforward enough. I don't think there's any like parts that seem crazy. I am a little bit like looking at some of the charts for things. Like the top mount needs like a silicone sleeve, which I'm not looking forward to putting those on. I don't know if it needs that. And then the O-ring, it says better with clip-in stabs. I wouldn't force this in with an O-ring if I were you. It didn't feel like it was going in there nicely. We're going to do top mount now. But yeah, I would say maybe don't listen to them on the O-ring part of things. You might be able to force it in, but that's the last thing you want to do. All right, let's take this apart one more time here. Man, it sounds just like Cherry Blacks. They're like 90% of it, yeah. Well, I'm impressed. I like the board. The board's good. 350 starting. I'd say yeah. Nice. Dude, it's just this special edition. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if I have to give some other criticism to this board, the special edition with the pattern on the bottom visually makes 0 sense. I do not like it personally. I think it is tacky. I think it really cheapens the look of the board. I think just get the regular schmegular ones and call it a day. I think the regular ones look great. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Alex, is like it tries to be too luxurious with this pattern, like some sort of like handbag or something like that. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense on the board. Even the houndstooth pattern doesn't make any sense. I think again, I don't really know. I didn't even really know we were going to get this special edition one today. But I think realistically, I have to double check. I think the fin is also copper, opposed to this being aluminum. I have to double check again. I don't remember. Why is this giving Manta vibes? Dude, people have been saying that all stream. I think it's because this is very like Manta looking-ish. I agree. But it's not something I'm upset about, by the way. I don't really care. I think it has its own visual identity anyways, where it's different enough. And if people found, if in the odd case this was slightly inspired by it, then cool. That makes me very happy. But if not, if it was a sheer coincidence, then also cool. Two people thought kind of the same-ish. Well, I don't know if me and Bull were ever going to do a Manta TKL, to be honest with you guys. I'm not really that into TKLs right now, and I don't know if Bull really is either. All right. And I do like the change that they're going to go with pogo pins. Thank goodness for that. I really don't like little tiny connectors like this. All right, so how the hell do I do this here? Manta 100? Pardonnez-moi? I don't know if I'm going to do a Manta 100. Alright. Let's figure this out together. So, let's grab this. You know what? If we were to do one, it'd be a Manta FRL TKL. Okay, guys? I'm saying it here first. If we were to do one, it'd be that. Let's see the picture. So I gotta put these silicone things on the top, I think. Can I just screw this in? Do I need to use this silicone sleeve? I feel like getting these out of this is going to be such a pain in the ass. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this, where I kind of just stick all these here, and then we're going to flip it over and attempt to screw all these in. Again, I'm chalking this build experience up to kind of harder to determine. I feel like this would be easy if you got everything brand new, but these have already been used, and it looks like these sleeves, like this is backwards. All these are backwards, actually. Oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. This is right. Seems like these sleeves are already pre-installed on the screws here, which I don't know if that's going to be the case for you guys. I feel like if it wasn't, this would be way easier to do. I did not rob you guys of a gamba. Oh my goodness, dude. Guys, I love you guys, and please, please don't hate me. I beg. Oh, there was one backwards. Okay, I'm right. Alright, let's try our best to do this without dropping all the screws. Install the screws on the top case. I don't know if it'll slide in nice. Oh shit. God damn it. Like I said, I'm chalking this experience up to a little weird because, like, here, just to show you guys what I'm dealing with. These are already pushed in, and it looks like on the photo they're separating these pieces. I can't separate this. Like, I'm pulling on this right now, and it is not separating at all. But it looks like these black sleeves are supposed to go above. This is a case where I do wish these were magnetic as well. But they did say they're upgrading the screws, so maybe we'll see some decent upgrade there, where they're magnetic. All right, so O-ring is easy to understand. The gaskets are easy to put in. I think maybe the only thing that I'm not sold on is this top mount. These gaskets seem a little bit counterintuitive. Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright, we got it. I think I'm going to leave it in top mount though. Type plus stabs and granite switches are ordered for the Manta. Oh shit. I know you'll love it, dude. There was a review already posted on Z Frontier. Someone built it, and I think they used some like PBT stuff. It actually, you know what? Very interesting sound profile that came out of that with the PBT. Manta costume? That's bull. Don't look at me for that. I ain't doing that. Oh shit. Sorry, I spoiled it. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do screws. Yeah, ruined. I know. Report it. I'm sorry. Do you use an HDMI switcher? No, I only have one monitor. One of these days, I'll be a big boy and get 2 monitors. One of these days. But not anytime soon. Damn, there's so many nice TKLs out right now. Fuck. Why didn't I just get one big monitor? I feel like it wouldn't help me still. I think a 27-inch is my sweet spot for monitors. I don't know about you guys. I've tried a 32. I'm not sold on a 32. I feel like I end up pushing the monitor farther back. You know what I mean? Glad I got my F1 8X because I'm tempted to buy one of these out right now. Dude, there's so many good TKLs right now. Well, maybe so many. There's 2 good ones today we did. I liked both of the units we did today. Alright. Let's type on this. I had a curved monitor in which I ended up getting rid of. Oh wait, did I not screw this in all the way? What's going on here? Yeah, they definitely need to figure out the screw situation with this board. I feel like the screws aren't sitting nice at all. I am glad they're taking a look at that though. Okay, well, it's not sitting nice, I guess. Let's see what it sounds like in top mount, shall we, guys? Has a bit of that resonance. I do prefer the gasket personally. I don't think I'm huge into the resonance on this board, but I can see people that are going to really like this. I do think if you want to remove some of this resonance though, it's going to be as simple as doing a force break, but let me just see something here. If I loosen up, go back on some of the screws here. Yeah, probably a force break's going to get rid of a lot of that resonance. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Even just from slightly loosening the screws, so that tells me there is a lot of contact happening between the bottom case. See that? So if you did want to lower the resonance, you probably want to do a force break. But yeah, just even loosening the screws just a little bit. Clearly, you know, I really do like the top mount sound signature. All right, well, this board sounds really good in 2 of the 3. I can't do O-ring right now, but 2 of the 3 things sound very, very nice on this board. These are the TTC, sorry, I didn't put the link in my build command, but it's on my YouTube channel, I think. It's the TTC PT switches. Of course I would, Weesh. Alright, well. What are your guys' thoughts on the Katina? Let's take a little view of the side profile and stuff again. So, if we wanted to compare today's board to today's board, the Katina versus the Stratum. There are 2 very different looks. I'll tell you right now, the keyboard that I think wins aesthetically, I prefer the Stratum. The Stratum definitely has a look that I very much vibe with. This board, I think there are a few visual cues that I'm not like 100% on, like I was saying. I think the seam on the fin here, I don't know why. I'm like not super big into it. So it's not like selling me on it, but the overall shape, again, I'm kind of biased. The shape is very much like something I also designed. So it is nice in that sense. I think they did a good job on doing this kind of style. But it is nice. The only thing that I think I would swap out, and I think maybe, I don't even mind the seam. Sorry, it's a little loose because I unscrewed part of it here. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know why. I think this board would look cleaner if it didn't have this kind of like curve. I know this matches the curve on the side because there's a curve on this accent. But I feel like this board would have looked nicer if it was a bit more like flush, or maybe just not even there and they put like something over here instead, or over here. I almost think this kind of looks like too futuristic for this board. Yeah, sci-fi, dude. I get like a sci-fi vibe from this. It's too, yeah, techie's a good word too. But I did see some people in chat say they really, really liked it. So, well, HHKB TKL, yeah. Other than that, the board sounds great. The mounting styles clearly sounded good. I don't think I love the way top mount installs, but perhaps getting this brand new would install differently. The layout support's excellent on this board. It's comfortable to type on in both top and gasket. And if you're into this visual look, which I will admit, even outside of the few things I have like quarrels with, the visual look is something I would probably still use on a daily basis. The price point is also attractive for what this board is too. $350 is not that bad. Definitely more affordable than the Stratum. The Stratum is $600 almost. So, but if you were looking for a TKL, I mean, this has a lot of options too. A lot of different colors to pick from, layouts to pick from. They can go HKB, win keyless, win key. I won't pay a penny over $349.99. Well, damn, Adam. Damn. But yeah, overall, it's a nice looking board. So here's the board from the side profile, and then here it is from the back, in case you guys care, which you probably don't. Kind of again stands on that fin. This also has a solder PCB. Yeah. Really great looking board, to be honest. Yeah, I think they're both excellent choices today. But again, if you had to pick just one, I would base your decision on what you're looking for. Feeling wise, you're going to get more out of the Katina. This is 3 different mounting styles. However, the Stratum, it has one mounting style, but it has a mounting style in which you can change and adapt to. It might not be the biggest change in the world compared to maybe just completely swapping top mount to like gaskets to O-ring. But I mean, you do get something out of this. I also think the Katina has a more traditional shape with a bit more curves and elegance to it. Stratum is very minimalistic. It's very like industrial, almost. I'd say, yeah, industrial looking. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Do I think this is a good TKL in general? Absolutely. Now, I guess another question I'm probably going to get down the road too is, would I compare this to like the Neo 80 CU or something? I feel like with the Neo 80 situation, dude, like, how do you go wrong on any of the Neo stuff, right? But I also feel like if you're looking for a different visual identity than the Neo series of things, like if you're just not into the Neo boards, this is probably a great choice. When you're comparing this to the recently released Tofu TKL, the Tofu TKL shares more in line with, I guess, a Geon board, like an F1, OG F1. I think this is in its own different, thing category when it comes to shape of the keyboard itself, like the case itself. This, I would even say, shares more with the Neo series. So. But yeah, I think if you were to, again, compare this to the Neo, obviously Neo wins for value. It's clear as day, you can't beat the Neo when it comes to value. You just can't. They make so many of them that they're bound to win. But you may be searching for something different. I will say this is a lot more, it has a lot more visually going on than the Neo for sure. This or the Tiger 80 Lite. Tiger 80 Lite, 100% all day long. The Stratum only has one bottom case, yes. Niku, I think everyone knows too that like you can't compare to Neo. But people are going to ask, and again, my answer will always be, how do you compare to the value that Neo offers? The thing is, you beat them with, well, this looks a little bit more out there than a Neo, right? But for $350, for what you're getting here, by the way, just to go over some stuff, for $350, to get curves like this and a side profile where you see slopes, $350 is not bad. There's going to be some fair machining that goes into this, you know? So. And if I've learned anything about curves like this, these kind of pillars, I know they split it into two, which was really smart. That's not cheap to do. This definitely uses less material than the Manta fin, though. The Manta fin, we use so much material for that. The Stratum design though is incredible. It is very, very nice, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if we have anything else to say. Oh, the TTC switches. Over the moon with these. I gotta lube the other batch that I have now, and I gotta use them I gotta use them somewhere else too. Like, these TTC switches are insane. I do really like them. I do like this collab. Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna build. I have a board, a personal board we can build this with. So we'll use these in another board probably next week or so. If I can squeeze it in next week. Gundam, hello, how are you? But damn, really like these TTC switches. Favorite switches still roses? My favorite switches right now are milky yellows. Perhaps. Show the Rafflebauer? We'll show it tomorrow. I have to go get it. I have to go find it. I do have a set of milky yellows going up tomorrow. So if you're interested, it'll be like tomorrow, probably midday. Perhaps. Do you like cherry oranges? I think all cherry MX2As. It really just depends on like what color you want. They all sound the same. Technically, they all do. Some people actually argue they don't because the colors of the stem affect the sound, but I disagree. Setup tour will probably be once I'm done cleaning everything. I actually will. I'm pretty much done after this, so. Are graded switches not available? I have to plug in a keyboard here. I'm pretty sure the unlubed ones are. Who hears colors? Well, it's not so much about who hears colors, but the dye in the stem, they say, affects the sound of the switch.
Woo.
Sebas, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate you, dude. All right. Let's see. Does Novel Keys not have those in stock? I thought they did. Yeah, they're still in stock. Oh, they're both back in stock now. I didn't even know the loop ones went back in stock now. All right, though, guys. That's pretty much the stream. TTC, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want, check out the Switch again. It was seriously a lovely Switch. We'll have more in-depth, like I'm probably going to do a little in-depth analysis on my website about the Switch too, guys. Interesting. I think this is the very first Switch I truly feel like captures the essence of what a cherry Switch is. We've had so many Switches that say they do, but usually I'm kind of like not into it. But yeah, I think this almost captures exactly what I would want out of like a cherry-like Switch. Alright though, guys, let's find someone to raid. Who is online? Let's just raid Yukina. She's playing however the hell you pronounce it. Poco... whatever. The Pokemon game. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the day. Or night, I should say. Get some sleep if you guys can too. I have a long day tomorrow. I have to clean everything we did today because I haven't had a chance to do it. So that's going to be my tomorrow. There's Nintendo ads on my YouTube. I know, right? You guys have a good one. Love you and talk to you very, very soon. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.